Do you need MT? If you do, make sure you go to safenbamt.com and make sure you use code BLAZE for 5% off any of your orders. Hey, it's Blaze, and today, what is good, y'all? Today is episode 2 of the post-score tips and tutorial series. Today we are going to be focusing on post-hop fade animations. What I mean by that is I'm going to go through the top 3 post-fade animations you can use in a game and kind of what looks you can go for and which animations that you should have for your post-hop fade depending on what type of set or build that you have. We'll be covering all those post-hop fade tips in this video. Make sure you guys want me to continue this post-score tips and tutorial series. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below if you are new. So the first hop fade animation that we are going to be going over is going to be Devin Booker. So Devin Booker is basically a hop fade 9 from 2K19. So all it is that it creates a large separation between you and the basket. So you can work on the heavy inside, and you can come right back out and get large separation off of those hop fades. So when you specifically use Devin Booker, the build, center build, or whatever guard build you're going to want to have is going to have to be outside dominant. And what I mean by that is that, like, let's say if you come out here and you come outside, you do this, then in this motion, specifically when you're playing 3v3, 2v2, or 5v5 for that matter, you can call a lot of backdoor motions. And that way, if they sag off you on a mid-range, you can hit that little quick midi and get that every single time. The reason why this is because, like, for that prime example, if you get into a tough spot or whatnot, then that's something you can do. Also, a great thing about Devin Booker hop fades animations is that you can call back doors from corners while you are working this hop fade animation. That way, the defender that is guarding you has to either choose to come out to guard you, or he has to sit down low and guard that lob lane animation, forcing a 1-on-2 read. Now, I will keep in mind you do have to time this well. That way when you come out here, boom, lob animation right there every single time. I kill people while doing this. If you ever need a quick bucket or you need an easy bucket, you can hit that little hop fade out there and then hit that lob back lane animation, because that's going to clear up the paint for you. Also, if you don't have a good inside-out game, you can hit off the inside. Then you can have them anticipating that Devin Booker hop fade animation and still kill them on the inside because they're anticipating that large separation that you're gonna get with the D-Book animation. Okay. Quick other things that you can do out of this as well is keep in mind that when you are using this animation, make sure that you're using the open side shoulder. Now, what I mean by that is that you're gonna want to point your left stick. You're gonna point your left stick towards the open body side. So, for example, my body right now is facing towards the right side. So when I do the hop fade animation, I'm gonna point it towards my right side to get that open body animation. That's a good animation that gets a lot of those open looks. Now the back side, which is where his back is facing, it's okay, but it's not favorable to me, or the separation is not as big compared to the open body side, which is just a lot more fluid and it looks a lot more clean, right? Another thing I can touch on is post-fade animation. One little secret tip that I'll give you is that once you get more comfortable with animation, you can actually have sharpshooters wrap around your body as you're doing the animation and dot them through like an L2 type of glitch from like 2K19, 2K20. And it's something that they can't really stop you from doing. They can't stop you from like doing a hop fade. And then like I said, sharps or slashers, they can use your body as an obstacle while you're going through the motion. And like I said, this is like I said, for this build, it's a very outside playmaking dominant build. It's kind of what you are going to want with this Devin Booker animation. Now, the next animation I am going to go over is going to be, I said, it's one of the top 3 animations you can use in 2K. And that animation is going to be Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is basically Hop Shot 1 from 2K19. Hop Shot 1 is basically, if you're an inside big, this is going to be a great hop fade animation for you, and I'll tell you why. It's great specifically for up and unders. So this animation, all it's going to do is make it do a shimmy shot. Hold on. That is not it. Give me 1 second. Did it go through, or am I still on Devin Booker? Yep, I'm still on Devin Booker. Oh my goodness. So basically for the hop fade Kobe animation, it's gonna be best to use if you are an inside dominant big man. Preferably, you're gonna want to have you're gonna want to be a tall big, or you're gonna want to have a height mismatch on whoever is guarding you in the paint. And the thing is, animation is very great for is pitting yourself right underneath the rim. Now, once you get more and more comfortable with this, you can definitely use it to like come back out, boom, and then come right back in for the mid range. But basically, all this is it's a direct side to side shimmy hop fade that should put you directly underneath the basket. So in case you don't know how to activate it, the best thing that you can do here is it has to be on the outside of the restricted area. What I mean by that is when you activate the hop fade, you have to be on the direct borderline of the outside of the restricted area, which is the U line that you see in the paint. If you go too deep inside, it's not going to give you the hop fade animation. I'll show you an example right here for the Kobe hop fade animation. I'm like slightly in the restricted area. I'm gonna try to do it, and it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Now, obviously, you know, if you're a dominant big man, it's still good at good animations, but we're talking specifically about hop fade animations. So if you're an inside big, this is going to be very, very good for you in regards to pitting yourself right underneath the basket. So let's say if you're in the side and you want to stay yourself in the center, you come right back out and you have an up and under animation. You can take a piece of right there. So if you are someone who's a tall player, or you're a point guard who's a tall like point forward type of player, this is going to be a great look for you to have, because like I said, you're always going to have that height mismatch and you're going to be able to abuse it while in the paint. Now, of course, the hop fade animation, when you do this look right here, I'll let you guys keep in mind, when you do that little hop fade in the paint right there, that is considered a close shot. So whether you're on next gen or current gen, just be informed that when you do a Kobe hop fade in the paint like that, that's going to be considered a close shot animation. That's not going to be considered a mid range or whatever style you want to use. Okay, so things that you can do here as well is that you can do a post hook combo out of this hop fade. You just change that shimmy side, then come right out for a post hook. So let's say that you do this little shimmy hop fade right here, and then boom, your opponent is walled up on you. You just flick your right stick to change your pivot foot, then you hold it to come right back out to the outside. Again, you're going to hit this little hop fade right here. Let's say they're walled up on you. You don't have that under wide open. You're still holding down L2 the whole entire time, by the way. You're still holding L2 the entire time. You're just going to flick your right stick up to change your pivot foot. Then you're going to do a post hook. Again, hop fade, changing pivot foot, then coming out for a post hook. It's either going to give you that little like slim, shorter post hook, or it's going to give you the non-traveling behind the shoulder. Now, if you do it if you make it a fluid motion, it will give you that post hook fade to the outside, hook shot to the outside every time. I killed people doing this in 2K20. 2K20, this move was so OP. So if you just adapt this and you bring it over to 2K22, you'll be able to kill a lot of your opponents, especially if they're a height mismatch as well. They're not going to be able to guard that post hook. So like I said, you put yourself in a good situation, you have them thinking, if they don't jump and they wall up on that up and under animation, or you want to give them a different combo look with the Kobe hop fade, just bring that out, then come back out for a post hook animation. Of course, it takes practice to get used to that animation, but like I said, it's something you can use to kill them. Also, you know, sometimes you can just take the simple hop fade, and it's going to be green every single time. Especially, like I said, if you have the height mismatch, it's going to be a wild open look. Okay, so the next animation I'm going to teach you guys about today is going to be like the best of both worlds animation. It's kind of like what I like to call it. It's basically a combination of both the D-Book and the Kobe Bryant hop fade, and that is going to be Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is going to be the ideal hop fade, where if you're like a well-balanced post scorer, this is something of like animation that you're going to want to use. Keep in mind though, if you're an inside big but you still want to go with the D-Book hop fade and it fits your like the kind of look that you want to go for, go ahead and go for it. But it's one of those things where, depending on what your post score, your big or your guard build is, there's certain recommendations I'm going to have for you, because these post animations or these post hop fade animations are going to be the most ideal when it comes to the way that your build is made. So let's go. Let's see it updated now. I probably should have updated. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it did update. Awesome. Okay, so Harrison Barnes is basically a best of both worlds type of post fade. Like the separation, it's not as good as Kobe Bryant, or it's not as good as D-Book, but still got a little bit. Okay, and of course the up and under is not as good as Kobe Bryant's, but it's still gonna put you in a good position to where if you want to hit that, you definitely can. So I say, if you want a most well-balanced type of post up and under, this will be the ideal one for you. This is the op shoulder animation. It's kind of awkward. I will admit it's kind of awkward, but if you want kind of best of both worlds, this is going to be animation for you. That's the op shoulder animation. But like I said, I mean, my recommendation on this for you is going to be like, if you're someone who is a well-balanced build, this is definitely something you can look to do. I will say, keep in mind, when you're doing these post-move motions, remember, as a post scorer, you control the offense. You are the facilitator, you're the shot creator, and you're also the passer. So keep in mind, let's say like I was playing with like a 3-and-D lockdown. And obviously you can finish lobs, right? Like corner cuts, boom, lob right there. You see what I'm saying? So like, just be creative. You know, don't try to knock down the norm. Don't try to be like, of course, you want to be a ball hog, you want to do this all day. That's fantastic. But once you get into those competitive games, if you have those lobs or those plays in your arsenal where you can have people wrap around you for cuts, or, you know, do anything else, or like I said, just create shots for other people, that's what's going to separate you from other post scorers. The fact that you're able to create your own shots for other people, you got to facilitate out to other people, and you're allowed to like basically just transform your game into other people's opportunities. That's how you're going to be able to separate yourself as a post scorer and the rest of this community. So the time that you're able to take these animations and then turn it into, like I said, just create for other people, that's how you're going to separate yourself. So I say, if you take both of what I told you about Kobe Bryant and both of what I told you about Devin Booker, and you use these into Harrison Barnes, you can definitely expect to get some nice animations out of this. One recommendation I look for Harrison Barnes is not to go directly into the paint. The best thing that you can do is sit on this little mid-range area, or slightly above the restricted area, and use that like free throw line range for Harrison Barnes. I say it's because, like I said, the up and under is not that good from directly underneath the rim with Harrison Barnes, whereas for Kobe Bryant, you can actually get standing dunk animations off and up and under. Whereas Harrison Barnes on his up and unders, it's more like a Steph Curry type of layup with him. Right, so let's keep that in mind, okay? So that's definitely a recommendation for you. This is going to conclude the hot fade post-move tips and tutorial episode 2 in this series. Go ahead and comment down. Let me know like what other type of tutorial videos you want to see. Of course, I have the post-hook video coming in. I will have the drop step video coming in. And I'll also be doing a tip video for guards as well. If you're a guard that does have a little bit of a hot fade, you want to learn how to implement it into your dribbling system, I will teach you how to implement that as well. So, I guess I just end the video. If you guys are new, make sure to like, subscribe down below. If you know, as always, good day. Adios. Good night. Peace, love, positivity. I'm Blaze. And you have a great rest of your day. Peace.